Hello, thanks for watching. Wanted to share a new screwdriver set that I picked up. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. At this point in my life, I have too many screwdriver sets to count. I like Klein screwdrivers. They're still American made, which there's not too many American made tool companies anymore. So Klein's a very popular one. Klein is popular amongst electricians in the United States. I actually have some viewership that, looking at the analytics, is from Europe and stuff. So I'm not sure if you guys have Klein over there or have seen them. I'm not saying Klein's the best screwdrivers in the world, but I'm very happy with them. I use them. But they're a popular brand for electricians in the United States. So here, this is 2024. This is being filmed in November of 2024. Stores like Lowe's and Home Depot are starting to roll out their 2024 holiday, limited edition kind of specialty items. This was purchased at a Lowe's store for $30, and it is the Klein 5-piece. This is the Blackout screwdriver set, Blackout series, and it's because they're blackened out. The normal Klein screwdrivers that are extremely famous here are these ones right here. They have these ribbed rubber handles. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Brand new Klein tools, and they have these acetate handles that are they're yellow. It's just a typical Klein screwdriver, but the Blackout series is exactly that. They're blacked out. There's a little example of what they look like on the back, but just what stand out is the shaft is all black, whereas on the normal ones, they're chrome shafts with just black tips. And then the other big difference is the acetate plastic, and the Blackout series is obviously black instead of that, typical yellow Klein color. They do list them as limited edition. I have no idea how long these will be around for. They're made in the United States. These are the sizes we have here, just number 1 and 2, Phillips, and then 1/4 inch and 3/16 inch slotted. These are just your very common, star and flat, Phillips and slotted, whatever you want to call it. Klein advertised their exact fit tips. And this is the 85805 BLK set. Again, made in the USA. So let me go ahead and open these up real quick for you. I have a box cutter. I might open this off camera, maybe. Trying not to cut the fabric that's below. So I do use the fabric for video, so hopefully I don't cut the fabric open. I'm also trying to do this while looking through the camera, which is probably not the smartest thing. Okay, there they are. So now we can get a better view of them. I'll set the plastic packaging aside. So, yeah, these are pretty cool. They are definitely a Blackout series. That's what they look like here. And I'll throw in some of the classic Kleins next to it so you can see what they look like. So in this set, we have, these are longer Phillips. They are marked on the bottom. They just have little stars to indicate Phillips 1 and 2. Compared to the traditional ones that have their part number on them. See the 603, 3 and 4. So the part numbers on the base, if you're familiar with Klein, they are a little bit different on the Blackout series. That is one difference. So let me grab here to show you side by side. So you get the chrome shaft on the traditional ones with a black tip. On this one here, the whole shaft, shank, whatever you want to call it, is black. It has a smooth finish to it. We'll see how long that holds up. And then the acetate, again, it's black, but it's like a translucent black. If you look at this in person, it may not pick up well in the camera, but in the same way that this is translucent, this is also translucent black. So it almost has a little bit of a gray color to it because you can see through it some. The handles, are identical. I believe it's the exact same handle. Let's see if the part number, if we have it here. It's actually not shown here. But, they're both labeled made in the USA. So, other than the base having a different, kind of part number on there, these are just your typical Klein screwdrivers. Oh, one thing I do want to point out real quickly here is your typical set. Now, these come in 5-piece sets usually. The typical ones have these, what they call a keystone tipped. slotted, which is where it's wider here and it narrows a little bit on the tip. These have, in the Blackout series, they have what they call their cabinet tip, which the only difference is, let me zoom in here, maybe you can kind of see it better. The cabinet tip, the shaft and the tip is the same diameter, whereas in the traditional Keystone here, it gets wider on the shaft and it narrows at the actual tip. And what that is if you have a recessed hole that is basically only drilled to the diameter of the screw head, sometimes these Keystone tips don't fit because, it's wider up here, so it doesn't fit. So they are cabinet tip instead of Keystone tip. That is one difference to point out. We have a little bit of a tiny little defect there, just a little piece of plastic, little tab stuck there. It's perfectly fine. So I just wanted to show those. If you haven't seen them yet, if you want them, I don't know how long they'll be there. They do say limited edition, but these may stick around for a little while. I'm not sure, but there you go. There's the Klein Blackout series screwdriver set.